Hello and one and all, and welcome back to yet another movie review. And I shall be concluding my Bond series before No Time to Die. If you haven't seen my Skyfall review, check that out, and my other Bond reviews, check them all out, they're on my channel. This is the final one before No Time to Die, and that is Spectre, which came out in 2015. It is the fourth film with Daniel Craig as Bond. You have you have newer characters in here. You have the returning MI6 characters. You have new villain Blofeld / Francis Oberhauser, played by Christoph Waltz. You have other new cast members like Dave Bautista, Andrew Scott, and Léa Seydoux. And this pretty much makes the Bond cinematic universe. Yeah, so if you have not seen Spectre, like my other Bond reviews, this will contain spoilers, so if you have not seen Spectre, I recommend you guys check it out first, then come back to this review. You have been warned. Through Dr. No, through Die Another Day, there's been a gun barrel sequence. Casino Royale, Quantum of Solace, and Skyfall had gun barrels in different areas, but this time you have a gun barrel sequence at the very start of the film. There you have it. You have a gun barrel sequence at the start of a Daniel Craig Bond film. All the classic ones before Casino Royale had the gun barrel sequence at the very start, but the previous three did not. And, you know, it's a pretty cool gun barrel sequence. You know, the classic design is back and everything. You know, Bond gives a really good walk-on, although I wish he wouldn't swing the gun around. But it's nice to see the gun barrel sequence in a classic look, and of course being back at the start of the film itself. I mean, I wouldn't say it's the best gun barrel sequence, but it will do. And you get a very strange thing that Bond would never do: open a film. The dead are alive, or Day of the Dead, whatever it is. And you get a very impressive 4 to 5 minute one take shot where you see the skeleton, you see this parade going on, you see that Bond and this woman are dressed up in their disguises. And I love the moment when Daniel Craig gets in his real suit and just goes on the roof to the window that he's about to shoot. And, you know, the previous films, he was pretty much becoming the character. Casino Royale and Quantum of Solace, he pretty much was a broken Bond. Skyfall, he was getting a step up with bringing the more MI6 characters together. And here he is Bond that we all know and love from the olden days. And yes, that one take shot alone is brilliant, which certainly inspired the film 1917. And, you know, there's our first action scene. You know, Bond is shooting the guys through the window, the building collapsed, and I love that scene. It's great. It's a great start to the film. And you get a Roger Moore callback where Bond is constantly landing on a sofa. Yeah. And then Bond eventually chases after this man Sciarro and on this helicopter. So this is a really thrilling scene. It's done really, really well. Here's my first problem with Spectre though. They use the same music from Skyfall, like by Thomas Newman. They use the same music over and over again throughout the scenes alone. But it's still a very nice scene anyway. I really love how it's done. It's a great pre-title sequence anyway. You know, which then leads onto our title sequence. Now, the title sequence is actually really, really good. You know, it's very colorful. It certainly suits the fit of the film itself as you look at it and think about it. And yes, you do get callback And yes, every single Daniel Craig Bond character is in this movie. Well, mainly the villains anyway, which we'll get into later on. You see callback to past characters in there. And for the title sequence you have, "'Cause the writing's on the wall." Now, I wouldn't despise this song by any means. I mean, the instrumental music version of "Writings on the Wall" is fine. I like that. But the singing, if I could risk it all, how do I breathe? It's a little too much. But I don't think it's the worst Bond song either. It ranks somewhere in the middle regards to the Bond songs. And then we cut to MI6. First time Ray finds Gareth Mallory as the male M for this rebooted Bond area. And we're introduced to a new character, C, who is played by Max Denby is the character, who's played by Andrew Scott, who later on is a villain in the movie, but somewhat not linked to Spectre. Interesting. And I do actually like how you get to see Judi Dench for a little bit, recording a video saying to Bond, "Kill a man called Sciarro and attend his funeral." And the MI6 characters are all great here. Roy Kinnear is there, Ray Fiennes, of course, Naomi Harris as Miss Eve Moneypenny, and of course Ben Whishaw returns as Q. I love the Q scene. There's more gadgets there and everything. There's the DB10 there, the Aston Martin DB10, which was originally for 009, but 009. That's the clown from Octopussy. No, someone has probably taken that position. Probably, I don't know. But anyways, Bond takes the car anyway and attends the funeral, and you do see the second Bond girl of the film, Monica Bellucci. You do get the classic James Bond moment there, and everything whenever he's at her house and everything. And then Bond goes off to this sitting area government place, Christoph Waltz is there, and you see Dave Bautista killing the guy's eyeballs with his hands, which is very menacing. It's a great villain henchman callback to Oddjob and Jaws. And you do get a pretty cool reveal on Christoph Waltz itself. And the car scene is actually pretty good. You have a Jaguar and the Aston Martin DB10 here and there. And you do get more Roger Moore callback humor, where the blue car crashes into the pool and has airbag. Yeah. And somewhat of a jetpack moment whenever the DB5 falls in the water. I like what this film is going for anyway. And then later on we go to see Mr. White, who returns from Casino Royale and Quantum of Solace. Giving him information and everything, and kills himself with the gun. And then later on meets the main Bond girl of the film, Madeline Swan, who is played by Léa Seydoux, and is revealed that she is the daughter of Mr. White, and then you get some more action going on. There's a plane and everything, Bond and Madeline Swan at this desert place. They're on this train going to the Spectre Blofeld area. But before that, you get a fight scene on the train, which I've wanted to see for a long time. And for the most part, it is very, very good, despite the fact that it kind of does end on a silly death. Shoot. But yeah, I think Mr. Hinks, who was played by Dave Bautista, is really good. He is a wrestler anyway. So, and then of course they arrive at the villain lair with Francis Oberhauser, or he's called Blofeld anyway. But yeah, you know, Bond is getting tortured. You know, he's getting drilled, and Francis Oberhauser is revealing that he is not in fact Oberhauser. He was someone else. He is in fact Ernst Stavro Blofeld. And they escape the lair. Yeah, there's action going on, which is cool. And you do get the Genius Record explosion itself, which is really cool. They are heading back to London. You know, Madeline is being captured, and we reveal that Blofeld has the iconic scar. Yeah, not every Blofeld featured that. Really, Donald Pleasance from You Only Live Twice featured that, but that's fine anyway. It's nice to see it back anyway. You know. So then M versus is gonna then kill C, which is a pretty dull death in my eyes. I mean, why would you constantly make a villain that isn't part of the Spectre organization? I mean, I like the building for C. That's cool, but you know, and just while Bond is walking up to Blofeld, you see all these past faces. You know, Vesper Lynn, Le Chiffre, and all these previous characters. You see Judi Dench as you see Javier Bardem from Skyfall and everything. And you don't get much of an exciting action scene where Bond is on this boat following the helicopter, but the helicopter does crash. And Bond is making the decision, whether he's going to kill Blofeld or not. Which I'm like, well, the brother thing is pretty lame, to say the least. But he doesn't kill him anyway, because Blofeld is coming back for No Time to Die anyway. And so Bond gets his Aston Martin DB5 back, his repaired car from Q, and goes off to the next film with Madeline Swan, with the same Bond theme since Casino Royale and Skyfall. Quantum of Solace was slightly different, but again, it was very similar. But they've used the same Bond theme just for the previous, for 4 Craig Bond films. Now, like, I understand why you have to have a certain Bond theme for a certain Bond actor, but they have been constantly repeating it itself. And I'm glad that Hans Zimmer is doing the score for No Time to Die. So overall, guys, Spectre, I don't despise it like a lot of people do. You know, it's very 50-50, but it's mostly hated anyway. But I'm one of the few people that thinks it's fine. I do consider it to be in the mid for the Bond ranking. It's definitely not as good as Skyfall or Casino Royale, but I do like it better than Quantum of Solace, which had quick cut action scenes. Spectre does not, alright? And I know it's constantly repeating Skyfall's music, but it is what it is, though. And I do have a fun time with Spectre quite a bit. Do I think it's great? No, I think there are problems with it. Lea Seydoux, I don't think is the greatest Bond girl. She's just kind of there to keep Bond company or whatever. The C character played by Andrew Scott, I'm not really a fan of, you know. But I love seeing all the MI6 characters. They're great. And I was not really a fan of Christoph Waltz's Blofeld. He was brilliant in films in Inglourious Basterds and Django Unchained, but here his character is pretty lame, to say the least, compared to the other Blofelds like Telly Savalas and Donald Pleasance. But overall, guys, on my letter grade scale, I'm going to give Spectre. I was going to give this a C+ if it wasn't for the amazing pre-title sequence. I'm going to give Spectre a B- because it does have some good things, but it also has some things that doesn't really work here and there. And this story could have been much better in my opinion. There you go, guys. That was my review on Spectre, and that's all of my Bond reviews done before No Time to Die. Happy days. I am so excited to see No Time to Die. I am looking forward to seeing it. And maybe I might post a spoiler review for that. I'll do a spoiler-free review, then maybe a spoiler review. I'm not too sure yet. But I would like to, though. That would be pretty good. I really hope you guys enjoyed this Bond reviews, even though it didn't turn out the way I was hoping it was going to turn out. But I'm glad it's done anyway. So, and stay tuned for my horror reviews. I'm going to do the best I can. I might not review many like a lot of people are. I'll review as much as I can in October. Alright? But if you are new to my channel, I am a movie reviewer in the UK that likes to review movies and classics, especially on special occasions and when a new movie comes out. And as always, if you are new to my channel, please feel free to comment, like, subscribe, share this video, and notify that bell before you leave. All of my social media links will be in the description below. And as always, until my next video, I shall see you then, and peace.